Hi artists! So we're going to start today by looking at linear perspective. You just watched a video on linear perspective and learned how artists use perspective in their artwork. So now it's time to practice a little bit. So what I need you guys to have is a ruler and a pencil and an eraser. Any kind of eraser is fine. Any kind of pencil is fine. You could even use a pen if you want to, if that's all you have, but I think a pencil is the best. If you don't have a ruler, you could just use anything that has a straight edge. So like this box has like a straight edge, that would work, or a notebook or whatever. So first of all, let's write down the definition of linear perspective. It is a system of creating an illusion of depth on a flat surface. So you could say like a 2D surface, like a flat piece of paper. Okay, so there are several different types of perspective. We're going to start with 1-point perspective. I think that's going to be the easiest method for you to start with, but you do need to understand perspective when you're drawing objects. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is draw a line in the middle of your page and make a dot somewhere on there. And we're going to label this. So this line here is called your horizon line. And if you remember from the video we just watched, the horizon line is in landscape where the ground and the sky meet, but it also is the viewer's eye level. So it is also the viewer's eye level. And what they see. Okay, so you can label that. This point is the vanishing point. It's where objects appear to vanish to in space as they get further away. Okay, so we're going to draw 3 boxes for these notes. And I want you to draw one square somewhere. You can follow mine. And right on the line, somewhere right on the line, and then draw one right above the line, and then one somewhere down below. Okay, this is where you'll need your straight edge. So we're gonna make these 3 kind of squares, rectangles, whatever. We're gonna make them look like 3-dimensional, all right? And what you're gonna do is you're gonna connect the edges of the box that face the vanishing point, okay? So if it's behind it, you don't draw it. You're only gonna draw the ones that face it. So I'll show you that. And by the way, this is called 1-point perspective. So that's like if you're looking at an object and you only see like the front and the side, or the front and the side and the bottom, or the front and the top and the side. So let's just get into it. All right. So what you're going to do is line your ruler up and connect it to the vanishing point. Okay, now the next thing you're going to do is take your straight edge or your ruler, all right, whatever you got, and slide it away. How far? That depends on the box. If it's a shoe box, you might slide it far away because it's a rectangle. If it's a square box and it's a cube, you want to kind of keep it even. Now where everybody messes up, okay, what everybody kind of does wrong is they end up making these crazy crooked lines. You cannot do that. You gotta keep them standing straight up, okay? Nobody like tilting over or leaning or relaxing. If you look at it that way, you know, you keep your verticals vertical. So I kind of did that. And for that, that's it. Because this line and this line, top and bottom, face the vanishing point. So this would be the front, and this would be the side of the box, and that's all you see. So this is a box at your eye level. So imagine holding a box, a shoe box, let's say, right in front of your eyes, at your eye level. You don't see underneath, you don't see on top. That's like this box. All right. So, this is also called street level. All right, next one. Let's do the top. So you're going to connect, see what I'm doing here? I'm putting the straight edge to the corner and to the vanishing point, and I'm going to draw a straight line. And I'm going to do it again. Now I'm going to check out the other corner. I'm going to do it again. I could always fix my lines. I didn't use a ruler to make my initial boxes. There we go. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to draw the side and the bottom. And again, you want to think about, like, this would be like you looking up at something above you. Maybe a cabinet or a shelf or a box that's up high. So I'm going to decide by sliding it away, and I'm not going to let this happen. I'm not going to let that happen and do some crazy thing. I'm not going to do that. You want to make sure that the two lines are parallel. Okay, so when two lines will never meet, they are parallel. That is important. So you want to keep that in mind. I cannot spell. Sorry. Well, that's better. Parallel. P-A-R-A-L-L-E-L. All right. Now, the side here. So I'm going to slide it back. I'm going to stop where I see the other line. They have to connect and touch. If they don't connect and touch and make a corner, it's not correct. Okay. All right. And this one up, so this one is called worm's eye view. And that's because imagine you're the worm, here's your eye, and you're looking up. You're not looking down. So that's worm's eye view. All right, now down here, I'm going to connect the edges. And I'm going to decide, let's see, maybe I'll make a shoebox, right? So what I'll do is I'll pull that back to my desired length. I'll go to the side now, and I'll pull that back. I'm making sure this doesn't happen. Okay, it's not gonna look right if you do something like that. Okay, that's not what you do. You have to keep the lines. What's that word that I didn't spell right before? You're right, parallel. Okay. So if you wanted to make this, like, see the inside and make this open box, you could do that. And this time, I'm going to connect to this outside box, corner, and I'm going to start drawing just the inside part. And then I'm going to keep my line parallel, and I'll stop here. And now I'll draw the inside. So this is sort of like the back. And then I would have to erase this part. This takes practice. If you don't get this right away, that's, completely understandable. Especially drawing the insides of things, but this is something you might want to know how to do as well. So now this is called bird's eye view. And you guessed it. It's because you can see on top. It's like you're the bird. Your eyes up here, you're the bird. So bird's eye view. All right, so what I want you to do after you've done these 3 boxes is I want you to do 2 more, and you can decide where you put them and, see what happens. Just do 2 more. You can do that right now. So you should have a total of 5 boxes on here, and then you'll submit it to your Spark page.